All right, let's talk about the Sony A6400. This camera is an absolute beast, but that user manual, yeah, it's basically a doorstop. So we're gonna skip all that and give you the 5-minute version to get you shooting like a pro right now.
So you just got it out of the box, right? And you're looking at all these buttons, all these menus, and it's a lot. I get it. It's an amazing camera, but man, it can feel a little intimidating at first glance.
But hey, don't sweat it. We are tossing that 100-page PDF out the window. We're just gonna jump straight to the good stuff. In the next few minutes, we are gonna unlock the secrets that'll have you taking incredible photos and videos. You ready? Let's do this. Okay, first things first. Before we can do anything cool, we've got to get this thing powered up and ready to roll. Super simple, but super important. It's literally as easy as 1, 2, 3. First, get that battery charged all the way up with the adapter it came with. Then, pop that battery in, slide in a memory card, do not forget that part. And finally, just flip that power switch. It'll ask you for the date, time, the usual setup stuff. Boom, you're in. All right, auto mode is fine, it'll get you a picture. But you didn't buy this camera for fine, did you? The real magic, the fun stuff, happens when you start taking the wheel. So let's turn that mode dial and really see what this thing can do. Let's talk about two of the most powerful modes. You want that gorgeous, creamy, blurry background you see in professional portraits? That's A, for aperture priority. You just pick a small F number, think f1.8, and boom, your subject just pops. The camera does all the other math for you. Now, what if you want to freeze motion, like your kid scoring a goal or your dog catching a frisbee? That's when you use S for shutter priority. You crank up the shutter speed to capture a split second in time, and again, the camera figures out the rest. It's like having a co-pilot. So, think of these modes like learning to ride a bike. P for program auto is kind of like having training wheels. The camera goes most of the heavy lifting, but you can still steer a little. A and S are when you take one of those training wheels off. You're controlling one big thing, like the background blur or the action, and the camera's got your back. And then there's M for manual. That's you, no training wheels, full control, total freedom. This little chart right here, that's your go-to cheat sheet. Keep it handy.
Okay, every superhero has their power, right? Well, for the A6400, its superpower is, without a doubt, the autofocus. I'm telling you, this thing is borderline magic. It's the one feature that's going to make you look like a total pro, especially when you're taking pictures of people or, your pets. And here's why it's so incredible. It doesn't just look for a face in the frame. No. It finds the eye, and it locks on like a missile. You know how critical it is to get the eyes perfectly sharp in a portrait? Well, this camera does it for you. It is your absolute secret weapon for getting those tack-sharp shots every single time.
So, how do we turn on this magic? It's really simple. First, you need to be an AFC, which is continuous autofocus. That lets the camera actually track things that move. Then you're going to dive into the menu, find the face/IAF setting, and just flick it to on. Last thing, and this is crucial, you got to tell it if you're looking for a person or an animal. That's it. You've just unleashed the beast.
Okay, photos are awesome, but this camera is an absolute monster for video too. Seriously, it's like a tiny movie studio you can hold in your hand. So let's switch gears for a second and talk about getting that cinematic look. The big headline here is 4K. So what does that actually mean for you? Well, it means your video is going to be insanely sharp and detailed. Think of it this way. It's like taking 4 full HD TVs and squishing all of that detail into one single image. Not only does it look incredible, but it gives you tons of room to crop in later without losing any quality. It's a huge deal.
Now, want to play with time? This is super fun. Look for S and Q on your mode dial. That stands for slow and quick motion. If you want to get that epic, dramatic slow motion shot, you set a high frame rate, something like 120 frames per second. But what if you want to speed things up, like a time lapse of clouds rolling by? You do the opposite. Set it to a really low frame rate, like 1 frame per second. And the best part? The camera does all the conversion for you and gives you the finished file, ready to go. No complicated editing needed. Okay, you've got the essentials down, but I've got one last tip for you. And honestly, this is the one that's going to completely change the way you shoot. This is how you make the camera feel like it's a part of you. Remember that incredible IAF superpower we talked about? Well, who wants to be digging through menus every time you need it? Nobody. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put it on its very own button. Just go into your custom key menu, pick a button you can reach easily, the AEL button is perfect for this, and assign IAF to it. Now, whenever you want that perfect eye focus, you just press and hold one button. That's it. It is, and I'm not kidding, a total game changer.
And there you have it. That's the 5-minute manual. You've got the keys to creative control, you know how to unleash its autofocus superpower, and you're ready to shoot some amazing video. We skipped all the boring stuff and went right to the heart of what makes this camera so special. So now the camera's ready. The only question left is, what are you going to create?